Hey, how's it going? Vladimir Donis here. So, hey, I wanted to jump online and do a quick video. Essentially, the thing that I want to talk about today is how to grow your MLM downline without having dreaded conversations. So, essentially, these are the three things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about headline, I want to talk about content, and I want to talk about the notion of an offer. But before I get into the actual content, I like to kind of just point out the fact that I always speak or present marketing from a specific roadmap. I believe that every marketing person, every business owner needs to have a marketing plan. In order for you to have a marketing plan, you need to be able to have a specific marketing roadmap. So essentially, the thing that I'm going to be speaking from today is I'm going to be speaking from conversion content. That's the thing that I'm going to be speaking from today. So essentially, how to grow your MLM downline without having dreaded conversations. I remember about a year and a half ago, I was doing a local presentation for a local marketing workshop. And in that specific local marketing workshop, my goal at the time is that I was learning marketing and I was trying to teach the individuals the things that I was learning. And someone in the group, asked about, online presentations. I said, hey, what online presentation platform and or format works the best? And at the time, and I still am, I'm promoting ClickFunnels and I'm promoting, Russell's products. So essentially, because that specific individual asked about it, one of the things that I did probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks later down the line, I went ahead and took a book called Expert Secrets, and I was going through that specific book for the sole purpose of trying to demonstrate to the class a specific format that works for presentation purposes. So I was going through this actual format and I was teaching this specific format, and I remember kind of just highlighting some of the things that I had noticed that had worked in the online platform. So specifically, this specific individual that wrote this book promotes a product called ClickFunnels, and in promoting that specific product, he talks about the fact that, hey, for a very long time he was working with programmers and developers to build sales funnels. It was taking them weeks and weeks to create and or produce a sales funnel for him. He would spend thousands of dollars. It would take eight to 10 weeks, and then when he needed modifications, it would take even longer. And essentially, he went out and he built the platform. He didn't do it himself, but he partnered with someone, and that specific individual built the platform that will allow him to build a sales funnel in about an hour. So essentially, I went through the entire book and pointed out to the individuals that, hey, this is the headline portion, this is the content portion, this is how the content is structured, and this is how the actual offer itself is structured as well. So I went through that entire thing, and I feel as though the individuals in that class got a lot of value. So they got a lot of value, and that was that. A couple of months later down the line, I started to kind of just segment my specific content. So at the time, I was teaching marketing to general business owners. Then I started to kind of just, call out specific audiences. In that specific instance, a couple of months down the line, I was teaching something to network marketers. This was specific to network marketers. When I was teaching this thing specifically to network marketers, I went back through that exact same framework to teach them, from a presentation standpoint, these are the components that a presentation should have. It should have a headline, there should be content, and there should be offer. And then this one specific individual pointed out the fact that, hey, as part of the process, as part of the sales process, she said, I have to speak to every single person as part of the sales process. If I don't speak to them, then they're going to be 100% confused. And I started to kind of just ask, okay, why don't you just do a presentation to kind of just let these specific individuals know what it is that you have to offer, and then send them to something specific. Well, the hiccup in that specific instance was the landing page and or the specific software that her company was using. I have no idea what software they were using, but for whatever reason, for her to be able to kind of just insert some of the things that I was talking about, it seems to have been something very, very, very difficult. So essentially, for me, when I send people to an offer, there's a headline, pretty much this specific headline right here that talks about how to grow your MLM downline without having a dreaded conversation. There's content. I'm producing content right now, and then at the end, there's usually a specific offer. I said, hey, why don't you follow this specific format? And then at the end, send someone to your specific offer. Well, I guess whatever platform her company was using did not allow her to integrate some of the things that I was trying to ask her to do. So here's the fix. So essentially, I told her, here's the fix. If your specific company requires you to talk to people in order for them to join your opportunity, you can go ahead and create a presentation outside of your company's software. And here's the thing that I told her, say, hey, you're gonna need three things. Thing number one is you're gonna need the headline, you're gonna need the content, you're gonna need the offer, and then the other things you're gonna need from an asset standpoint is you're going to need a landing page. So essentially, this is the landing page. Someone arrives to the specific landing page. You say to them, hey, I'm going to present to you, I'm going to offer you whatever it is you're going to be offering them, and you ask for their name and email. So name and email, you take the individual's name and email, and then you send them to what I call a thank you page. On the thank you page, what you're doing on the thank you page, you can actually present your presentation on the thank you page. On the thank you page, you can go ahead and just start to talk about the thing that you are offering. Present your presentation on the thank you page. And then after you present your presentation on the thank you page, you can go ahead and create a separate box, and in that separate box is your company's link. Your company link that pushes them to the specific offer, that pushes them to buy, that pushes them to join your specific downline. Whatever it is that you're pushing them to, right, is inside of this specific link. But what that does for you is that you would have already built a whole bunch of rapport, and you would have already go ahead and created value with them well before they see your specific opportunity. And that prevents you from having to actually speak to them. You can do this without actually having to talk to them. Content, right? And then, they provide you with the name and email address. You present your presentation. You give them your presentation here, company link, and the company link sends them to the actual offer. You can do all of that without having to actually, speak to anyone. So essentially, one of the things that I'm doing right now is that my partner and I, we're hosting a free web class. Now, the web class has two goals. Goal number one is going to help you to generate a lead, and then goal number two is going to go ahead and help you to turn that lead into a customer. There's going to be a link somewhere on this page. You can go ahead and click on that link, and the link is going to allow you to register for the free web class. And on that web class, essentially, we're going to go over this specific format and this specific roadmap to help you to go ahead and generate a lead and turn that lead into a customer. The other thing that I'm working on is that marketing specific. So if you're not in MLM and you're not in network marketing, and you like some marketing services or marketing help, I can go ahead and help you with marketing as well. And when I help you with marketing, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and take this marketing plan, and we're going to go through a specific process to help you to make sure that your marketing is specific and to make sure that your marketing is airtight. So essentially, as I mentioned earlier, you don't necessarily have to speak to anyone for them to kind of just join your downline. You can go ahead and create presentations, and those specific presentations will push people to your specific offer. Hey, that's my time. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.